When Faith Costs Everything, a Catholic story about trusting God. There are moments in life when following God does not bring peace, comfort, or clarity. It brings loss. It brings misunderstanding. It brings pain. Tonight's story is about a man who chose faith and paid a price he never expected. Michael had always believed in God, not in a dramatic way, not with loud prayers or public declarations, but in a quiet, steady way, the kind of faith that grows slowly, like roots underground. He was a devoted husband, a loving father of 2, and a respected professional in his field. People trusted him. They listened to him. His life, from the outside, looked stable and well-ordered. Faith, for Michael, had always fit neatly into that life. Sunday Mass, evening prayers with his children, occasional volunteering at church. God was present, but safely so. Never demanding too much, never disrupting the balance. Until one moment changed everything. It happened quietly. During a retreat his parish organized, one he attended reluctantly, Michael heard a scripture passage he had read many times before. "Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross and follow me." That night, those words refused to leave him. They echoed in his thoughts while he lay awake. They followed him into the silence of early morning prayer. And slowly, uncomfortably, a question formed. What if following me costs you more than you are willing to give? Michael tried to push it away, but the question returned, stronger each time. Over the next weeks, an invitation began to take shape in his heart. Not a voice, not a vision, a persistent tug. He felt called to step away from a business partnership that, while legal and profitable, was built on practices that quietly harmed vulnerable people. Walking away would mean losing financial security. It would mean explaining himself to partners who would not understand. It would mean disappointing his family, perhaps even frightening them. Michael prayed for clarity. Instead, he felt silence. He prayed harder, longer, with more desperation. Still, silence. No reassurance, no sign, no promise that things would work out. Only the same inner conviction, gentle but unrelenting. This is the cross. Eventually, Michael made his decision. He withdrew. The consequences came quickly. His partners were furious. Rumors spread. Professional doors closed. At home, tension grew. His wife tried to be supportive, but fear crept into her voice late at night. What if we can't provide for the children? What if this ruins us? Michael had no answers, only faith. And faith in that season felt frighteningly fragile. Months passed. Savings diminished. Friends drifted away. Prayer became heavy. There were nights Michael sat alone in the dark, whispering, "God, was this really from you?" And still, silence. No miracles, no sudden breakthroughs, just the weight of the cross. Then, one evening, something unexpected happened. Michael received a call from a man he barely knew, someone who had quietly watched his decision from afar. The man was starting a new organization, one built on ethical practices and dignity for workers. He needed someone trustworthy, someone who would not compromise. "I heard what you did," the man said, "and I knew I had to call you." The opportunity did not erase all the losses. It did not immediately restore everything that had been broken. But it was enough. Enough to breathe again. Enough to see. Looking back, Michael realized something profound. God had never been absent. He had been forming something deeper, a faith no longer based on comfort, reputation, or security. a faith willing to lose. There is a truth we rarely speak about in faith conversations. Sometimes obedience makes life harder, not easier. Jesus never promised that following him would protect us from loss. He promised something far more unsettling: a cross. When faith costs everything, it reveals what our faith is truly built on. Is it built on blessings, on stability, on approval, or is it built on trust? Even when the outcome is hidden. God's silence in these moments is not abandonment, it is invitation. An invitation to love him for who he is, not for what he gives. Many saints walked this path. They lost reputation. They lost comfort. Some lost their lives. Yet their faith endured because it was purified, stripped of everything except trust. If your faith feels expensive right now, if obedience has led you into difficulty rather than relief, you are not failing, you are being formed. Tonight, if your faith is costing you something, comfort, security, understanding, know this: God sees every hidden sacrifice, every silent act of trust, every cross carried without applause. And in his time, he brings life, not always in the way we expect, but always in the way we need. Stay faithful, even when it costs everything, because nothing offered to God is ever truly lost.